Well, this is it. The final video on my NES Donkey Kong specials. Donkey Kong 3 follows up the craptacular educational game called Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Let's just assume that Donkey Kong Jr. Math never existed, as I'm sure most of the programmers of the game wished it as well. And we're going to move on to Donkey Kong 3, the true sequel to Donkey Kong Jr. It plays way differently than any of the other games in the series, and it doesn't really feel like a Donkey Kong game at all. Mario is nowhere to be seen, it's a shooter not a platformer, and the plot makes less sense than Donkey Kong Jr. Math. Alright, try and wrap your heads around this one. Donkey Kong has taken over a greenhouse, and a new hero named Stanley has to use his bug spray to stop him. You know, I would have loved to hear the conversation where someone convinced this exterminator to take on a 700-pound gorilla.
Did you get rid of them all?
Yeah, about that. Did you know there's a huge ape in there?
We need to get rid of him too. He's riling up the bees.
Riling up the bees? The ape is riling up the bees.
I need you to spray the bees and the ape. There are things I need to do in there.
So your plan for me is to spray an ape with bee poison? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to work.
Yes, that's true. My plan is for you to spray up his butt so he will retreat from the building.
Spray up his butt? You know, I'm not very comfortable with this plan of yours. You know, if I actually did start doing that, I'm pretty sure the ape would come down and beat me to death.
Look, this is your job. Just take care of it.
Are you kidding me? I'm an exterminator. That's what I do. I kill bugs and maybe snakes at times. But I am not animal control. Call the zoo. I don't know.
Would you do it for this Klondike bar?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
All right, you got a deal. Monkey, you're about to get a poison enema.
The plot is just pure insanity. When Donkey Kong does retreat from the poison spraying up his whoop-de-doo, he moves upwards. So all you're doing is moving him up this very tall greenhouse. Also, what is the deal with all these bees in this place? You'd think this place would be breeding bees by the way they're all over the place. Now the bees need the sustenance of the flowers, so they'll carry them away if you're not careful. Your goal is to stop the bees from taking the flowers, while you drive Donkey Kong up the poles. The gameplay is very simple. You have to shoot Donkey Kong up the wazoo in order to get him to retreat to another level, or get his head stuck in a pot. There are 3 levels that are repeated ad nauseum, and 2 of them are basically the same thing with different colors and a minor level design change. Stanley Controls okay. You use the up button to jump, and it feels a bit awkward to control, since when you're moving up and shooting up, you tended to jump when you didn't really mean to. Now the game is a bit hard, because of the bees. They were a bit unpredictable and would get in your way while you're trying to take care of Donkey Kong. Plus, if you killed the queen bee, it would explode. You know, just like in real life. So you're going to need to be careful when fighting her. To help you out, there's a super spray that would only last for a certain amount of time, and it would only show up once per life. It would move Donkey Kong up the poles faster and killing the bees easier. And the only way to get that is to make Donkey Kong knock it down to you, which he'll do if he gets up high enough and it's up there. And then you have to grab it. The main room that you really deal with just has you taking on bees, angry worms, and Donkey Kong. The level design is a bit constricting, but it is straightforward. Just keep shooting until Donkey Kong is gone. Then there's the other level design. It has angry worms moving on some vines that are stretched between 2 trees, and you have to stop your attack on Donkey Kong when the bugs are above you, since it won't kill them, only stun them. And you can't spray Donkey Kong when they're in your way. Then you repeat these levels over and over again and you have Donkey Kong 3. It's another disappointing follow-up to Donkey Kong Jr. I have no idea why the creators decided to ditch the formula that was working and decided to go down this weird road. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. were really fun to play and cost 500 Wii points apiece. As cheap as that may sound, I do have some reservations telling you to buy a game with 5 minutes worth of content. Yes, they are both classics, but I think it comes down to how badly you want to play these games again. Or for you younger viewers for the first time. If I had to pick one of these games to spend my money on, I would choose Donkey Kong Jr. It had the most variety in gameplay. Now regarding Donkey Kong Jr. Math and Donkey Kong 3, these are 2 titles that should have stayed in the history books as perfect examples on how not to make a sequel to a popular franchise. They're not even worth 100 Wii points, and you should skip them both. Now I want to thank you all for watching my NES Donkey Kong specials. I hope you guys have enjoyed these videos, and I thank you for watching.